Okay, hello. Tyler Bryden here. I hope everything's going well. It's an interesting day. This may be the story of the day if you are in tech. I mean, there's many stories going on every day and they're all flying, but one of them here today is that Microsoft is reportedly planning to invest $10 billion in OpenAI, the creator, as you see here, the buzzy AI tool ChatGPT, and I've talked a lot about this on the channel. That is at a $29 billion valuation, which is a pretty significant valuation, but there's some super interesting sort of context around this about the sort of the deal structure with Microsoft apparently getting 75% of profits until it recoups the investment back. After that, they get 49% equity in the business. And then there's also some sort of questions around like, how does this work when OpenAI is already relying on Microsoft for the technology that is powering their system. So they used Azure as their cloud infrastructure to deliver the technology that is ChatGPT, that is just GPT in general, and then DALL-E. Now, there has been other reports about this, about OpenAI, sort of the tech that they're doing, and Microsoft embedding this kind of technology into Bing, the search engine. Obviously, Microsoft sort of trying to compete in search for a very long time. Successful, not really, a pretty small percentage of search share, and questions around if they can introduce GPT or GPT as a whole, that's too, I don't like that word, then, that there might be an opportunity to compete. And I sort of published a video about, why I think this might be valid or why it might not be. But what I think we will see here is that Microsoft will be embedding this technology not just into Bing, but all of their products, Word, email, and Teams, a ton of places where the technology on the back end that OpenAI is building can be just deployed through the massive ecosystem that Microsoft already has. Now, if you are interested in consuming a little bit more content on it, Jason, always pretty up to date here in podcasting every day, talks about sort of this like mafia-like deal that Microsoft is creating, and really this might come down to the fact that OpenAI is doing some incredible work. They've introduced this ChatGPT. It's scaled up to like 1 million users in 5 days. It's becoming an iOS application, tons of usage of it, but is reportedly just burning through money, with Sam Altman referring to it as eye-watering. So when we take all those things into consideration, sort of the market that we're in, I do think OpenAI is an anomaly in this market with huge sort of excitement around it, and probably one of the most promising sort of companies and startups today with just exponential traction that is happening here. And so I don't think I'd put them in the same classification as other sort of startups trying to raise money, but it's still an interesting time, and it still may be why Microsoft has been able to set this structure up this way. Now, I did use the word reportedly. I'm not sure exactly what is going to take place here, and a deal this big might get some scrutiny on it. Some things might fall apart, but overall, a lot of stories starting to come out about this. Semafor being one of the ones to originally break the story, and a ton of people following this, trying to see what is happening. $10 billion being a big investment, and when we consider that investment, we have to realize how much Microsoft is then going to be pushing this. So I've got a couple links here. As always, feel encouraged to check them out. This was a great Substack about sort of the deal structure and if it's an investment, if it's an acquisition, and the ownership that Microsoft will have after this. And I think there's a lot of wild things going on here, and this will continue to emerge with OpenAI having big projections on revenue, lots of things sort of all coming together at once, GPT-4 coming, Copilot, and overall, I just think the use case of the technology is almost endless. It's almost unimaginative where we're going. And Sam talks about sort of us being unable to understand exponential nature. Humans just aren't good at that. I think that's what we're seeing here. And if it's deployed through Microsoft's Office productivity sort of software and just its entire suite as a whole, that is just going to compound over and over and over. So I appreciate you checking this out. Would love to hear what you think, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. This This is a little video about Microsoft about to buy, reportedly, OpenAI at with $10 billion invested at a $29 billion valuation. Thank you.